Hello, everyone. It's Nikki Batgirl D'Angelo for Star Citizen Addicts Anonymous, and I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about the controversy that's going on with the $250 concept ship sale of the Aegis Dynamics A3G Vanguard. Oh my God. Sorry about the superlative there, but wow, I can't believe how much pushback people are really throwing into this. This is one of those things that, first off, a pledge is a pledge. You're trying to help the game grow. You're trying to give money towards it. This isn't pay to win. This isn't, oh my God, they just keep on putting out better and better ships. They're starting to fill the long tail, meaning the special, specific task ships. And I'm going to talk about that here. So the biggest problem right now is people are totally misunderstanding what the true role of the A3G Vanguard is. And we're going to talk about that first and foremost here on this show today to try to clear up some of the confusion for those of you that aren't delving into the controversy and into the trolling and into the negative comments that people are throwing away on the boards, in my channel, and in other places. So let's start off with what the original stretch goals said. So here it is, the original description inside of the letter from the chairman. Strike hard from a distance. The Bulldog, a recent design from Aegis, has quickly become Earth's premier deep space fighter. Deep space fighters are typically used to pursue engagements in outlying areas where support from a carrier is not available. Bulldogs are usually flown from ground and station-based naval forces and are widely used by militia squadrons, specifically designed to operate from planetary bases and engage targets up to a star system's distance. The fighter trades some maneuverability for extended supply or fuel and munitions, as well as basic survival accommodations for a pilot and radar operator. The Bulldog's Rio operates a turret, the ship's missiles loadout optionally, and its highly advanced sensor suite. This distinct scanning array gives the dog particular advantage when fighting in and around an obstacle such as an asteroid field or nebula. Finally, the Bulldog is known to be an extraordinarily sturdy spacecraft with multiple backup systems not commonly found in single-seat ships. Stories of Bulldogs limping back to base with a single engine and half their fuselage exposed to the vacuum have become common as the battle against the Vanduul has heated up. So I'm going to throw some images of fighters this isn't, and there's going to be a couple of images of fighters this is more like. And one of the things I need to say is they never once talked about how great of a dogfighter or how wonderful of a close-in engagement craft this is going to be. When they say it's a bomber-destroyer, it's not a bomber or a destroyer. It's an interceptor, something that was made to destroy bombers. It wasn't supposed to be a long-range air superiority fighter. It wasn't even supposed to be a long-range attack fighter. It's a long-range strike fighter, which is different, which is totally different. And that's something more akin to the F-111 Aardvark or the Panavia Tornado. Those are two wonderful aircraft that have a lot of capabilities of taking out different emplacements and different strategic targets. This is my take on the Vanguard, and I know I've thrown this one out there a lot, and I might be trying to make this work, but I'm not. This was specifically designed as a night fighter, long-range bomber destroyer. It was armed with 450 caliber machine guns and 420 millimeter cannons. This is the Black Widow. Now combine this with with maybe the F-111 or the Strike Eagle, or maybe even this baby, the A-10C Warthog with that huge Gatling gun in the nose. Now I understand a lot of you wanted the Vanguard to be something that you would be more akin to liking, like an F-14 or an F-15 or a MiG-29 or a MiG-27 or an Su-27. I'm sorry, it's not. Every ship in the Star Citizen universe right now has its own purpose. You have the close-in thug of a fighter, like a tank, the Hornet or the Super Hornet. You have the very fast and agile and lightly armed but equally deadly Gladius. You have the torpedo bomber, Gladiator. You have the long range bomber, the Retaliator. You have the dropship, gunship, the Reclaimer. And now you have the long range strike fighter, the Bulldog or Vanguard. I understand people wanting it to be the way they want it to be. The ships in Star Citizen have to be diverse. They have to have specific roles, and they have to be used in tandem. One of the things that's going on right now in Arena Commander is we're all trying to find the best fighter. Because right now in the game, the only thing we can do is just shoot the hell out of each other or join up and get into Vanduul Swarm. Rec has kind of broken that for some people because when you get into a Vanduul Swarm, everybody's just trying to kill everything there, and there really isn't that much cooperation. Which is why I've been flying with my organization and people from other organizations to start learning tactics. A lot of times we all go in with Super Hornets because we just want to decimate everything. But recently we've been going in and taking a couple of Super Hornets and a couple of Gladiuses and learning how the Gladiuses go in there quickly, break up the pack, and the Super Hornets come in and start to take out the people that have been broken up. This game is going to take tactics. It's going to take a diverse set of spacecraft to actually make it a fun game to play. So when you're looking for a specific spacecraft to be the end-all be-all, understand that's not going to be what happens in this game. Every ship is going to have its purpose, and every ship is going to be good at that purpose and great at the hands of a wonderful pilot. Going back to the description of the Vanguard, they said it will even be a good fighter in the hands of a capable pilot. Well, folks, that capable pilot they're talking about is like Chuck Yeagerish or any one of those amazing German or Russian aces from the Eastern Front back in World War II. It's going to be tough to turn that into that type of a fighter. But as a strike fighter, a long-range escort, as a bomber-destroyer, a corvette-destroyer, a destroyer-destroyer, this might be the ship for you. I personally bought the Vanguard. I melted my Gladiator for it because I think that's the type of play I will like to do. And I'll probably get my Gladiator back as we start to see its role defined more over time. But you don't have to like every ship that comes out. You have to like the ship that you want to fly. So I support each and every one of your opinions, but there's just way too much negativity that has been thrown out around the Vanguard recently. And just know that this particular spacecraft is not for everybody, but it has been one that I jumped on very quickly because it is for me. And with that said, you all be safe out there, and I'll talk to you soon.